Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another thrilling episode. Having you here with us today makes us very happy. You're in the right place if you have a strong interest in the cryptocurrency space. From in-depth analysis to the newest trends, we cover it all. Today we're delving deeply into one of the most fascinating current events in the cryptocurrency space, Ripple's $1 billion XRP buyback and the potential for a game-changing escrow burn. This is significant news with potentially broad ramifications. It's a game changer, you heard correctly. We're discussing a price spike for XRP that could astound you, and believe me, this will be a memorable incident. So have a seat and pay attention. I'll now give you an overview if you're new to XRP or the channel. The $1 billion buyback plan is the kind of event that may really rock the cryptocurrency market, even if Ripple, the firm that created XRP, has been making big moves lately. This action is a declaration of trust in XRP's future potential rather than merely a financial ploy. Furthermore, it goes beyond simply repurchasing XRP. Additionally, Ripple may be laying the groundwork for an escrow burn, which is much more revolutionary. This would significantly lower the amount of XRP in circulation, which could raise its value and stabilize the market. An escrow burn indeed. However, what does that actually mean and why is it important? That's precisely what we're here to investigate. Make sure to stay put because I will walk you through everything step by step. You'll have a comprehensive grasp of Ripple's approach and the possibility that XRP will reach new heights by the end of this episode. Since everything starts with the $1 billion XRP buyback, let's start there. Now, Ripple's decision to purchase back XRP doesn't happen suddenly. It's a calculated move that might significantly affect the price and supply of XRP. What are they doing then? Ripple has said unequivocally that their objective is to establish a healthy and balanced market for XRP. They are effectively lowering the amount of XRP in circulation by repurchasing a sizable portion of it, which, as we all know, can have an impact on the price. This is how it operates. Fundamental supply and demand. As demand remains constant or even rises, the value of each token might increase as the number of tokens in circulation decreases. In essence, Ripple is taking coins off the open market when they buy back XRP. This tactic is frequently used to stabilize the currency and manage supply. This creates a scarcity impact by lowering the quantity of XRP available to both institutional investors and ordinary traders. This type of supply cut has the potential to raise prices, particularly if there is still a high demand for XRP. This is frequently interpreted as a good indicator by investors. Consider it this way. Even if there is less XRP available for trading, there is still a significant demand for it. Naturally, the cost increases. Because of this dynamic, XRP may become a more alluring investment. Additionally, we are aware that over the years, XRP has experienced a good amount of market volatility. However, with a calculated buyback like this, Ripple might be laying the groundwork for the token's far more secure and, dare I say it, profitable future. However, that is only one aspect of the dilemma. This is when things start to get interesting. Ripple has more options than just the buyback. Additionally, there is the issue of the XRP that is being held in escrow. Let's break this down for those of you who don't know. About 55 billion XRP tokens are held in escrow by Ripple. Ripple has set aside this quantity of coins as a reserve for potential future distribution. The key question is that this XRP was originally intended to be released gradually in order to limit the supply. What if Ripple made the decision to permanently burn some of these coins or take them out of circulation? Ripple would essentially be taking these escrowed currencies out of circulation if they burn some of them. Here's why this matters so much. The overall amount of XRP would drastically decrease. You can see where this is headed. A reduced supply with the same or higher demand. Price hikes are all but certain, and the consequences might be profound. This isn't merely a hypothetical scenario, though. Matt Hamilton, the former director of Ripple, has been candid about the possibility of an escrow burn. According to him, taking some of these coins out of escrow might significantly affect the supply side and cause a price spike. It might revolutionize the token if Ripple were to burn some of the escrowed XRP. It's not only about cutting supply, it's also about changing how people view XRP's potential worth. Now, you might believe it's unrealistic when we mention that 55 billion XRP could be burned. But allow me to explain. That amounts to 55 billion coins that would never be used, significantly lowering the overall supply of XRP. You may be asking yourself, is this really possible? Is it reasonable to believe that the price of XRP will rise as some analysts have predicted? Let's examine a comparable circumstance from history. Ethereum's upgrading to EIP 1559. In 2021, Ethereum unveiled the EIP 1559 update. A deflationary burn process was one of the biggest modifications it brought about. With this method implemented, Ether is taken out of circulation by burning a portion of each transaction charge. The outcomes, a significant rise in price. After this deflationary mechanism was put into place, Ethereum's price increased. Now consider Ripple taking a similar course. We might witness a price spike akin to Ethereum's if Ripple implements a burn mechanism for the escrowed XRP. Furthermore, given the magnitude of the XRP market and the possible consequences of cutting the supply by billions of coins, the outcomes might be enormous. Now for the exciting part, the numbers. What would happen if Ripple did burn 55 billion XRP? We've done the math, and the results are very astounding. Should Ripple burn 55 billion XRP, the overall supply would drastically decrease. The decrease in supply could result in a sharp rise in price, assuming that demand for XRP remains constant or even increases. In fact, according to some analysts, XRP may rise to $100 or even more per token in the future. It's not merely a wishful thinking, it is supported by the math. One of the largest price jumps in cryptocurrency history may occur if Ripple proceeds with the buyback and escrow burn, and that could result in profits that change the lives of XRP holders. Naturally, though, we must continue to monitor the course of events. What's at stake here then? A major change in the price of XRP may result from Ripple's $1 billion XRP buyback and the possibility of an escrow burn. It's obvious that Ripple has a plan, and if they carry it out, we may witness XRP reach previously unthinkable heights. In addition to overseeing the XRP market, Ripple is paving the way for a new era of cryptocurrencies. This is a story worth following whether you own XRP or are just interested in cryptocurrencies. Do you believe that 55 billion coins will be burned by XRP? Post your opinions in the comments section. We appreciate your attention today. To ensure you don't miss any more episodes, please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you like this in-depth analysis of Ripple's approach and what it might mean for XRP, I promise you won't want to miss the additional content we have planned. Remain informed, remain ahead of the curve, and continue to observe how the crypto world is evolving till the next time.